Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, we are getting into the patch updates for Wednesday. Cid has officially arrived in the game. Obviously, whenever a new character comes out, there are a ton of things that come with it, so I'm going to do my best to basically cover everything that has just dropped into the game today. We're also going to take a look at Cid's new banner, his new weapon, costume, etc. That being said, guys, let's just get straight into it. All right, so I'm going to jump over here to the notices and go down to, I believe it's right here. All right, January 15th. First one, right off the bat, Cid limit break draw on now. That is no surprise to anyone. So let's go down and check this out. Now, I did take a peek at the data mine. Wasn't quite what I was expecting, but there is still some cool stuff here. All right, so let's go down. Yada, yada, yada. All right, so the new limit break weapon is Cid's Rocket Lance. The weapon itself does look pretty cool. 4 ATB command ability cost, Cosmic Burst. This is going to inflict up to 620% magic non-elemental damage upon a single enemy while drastically reducing the target's ice resistant and granting Enfeeble. So, not gonna lie, little bit underwhelming, I thought, for a new limit break weapon, but this does really, whatever Enfeeble truly brings to the table is probably this is what this weapon is all about. But just a simple Ice Imperil weapon in itself would have been a little bit lackluster. So I'm curious to go over and check that out. All right, and then we have the new gear here, which is Cid's astronaut costume. Now, I do like, the throwback to Cid's dream right here. He dreams to be an astronaut to go to space. I don't really think they nailed it on the cosmetic of this costume. I feel like if I did pull this costume, I would literally skin it with anything but this costume. But that being said, the actual abilities on this thing, I think, are where this banner is really going to shine. Of course, I'll take a closer look in my to pull or not to pull video. But here we have our ability, buff debuff extension, all allies. Now, this is a brand new R ability, and honestly, one that I think is going to be very, very good in the game. Especially because when you're building true DPS characters, they can lose a little bit of their buff extension, which this is obviously going to help with a lot. And then on top of that, he gets Cosmic Protection, which is going to boost his physical and magic attack along with his physical and magic defense. So very, very, very good R abilities on this costume. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that good. We'll take a look at it here in a second. This is just my opinion, guys. If you love it, then I'm happy for you. But for me, I'm just crying like a little bit in my heart right now. Other than that, we have, of course, Tifa's ultimate weapon, which is still on the banner, which I'm still hoping to get. I'm just hoping that they give me something to pull for another thing this month. All right, so let's just keep going down. It does look like that's going to conclude for the banner. I will jump over to the banner itself at the end of this video just to take a quick look. All right, now we have a new chapter release, Step Up Draw Cid on now. You guys know how I feel about these. I basically never do them. But let's take a look. Let's see here. In this Step Up Draw, only weapons exclusive to Cid will appear. Draw for free at Step 3. At Step 4, the 5-star appearance rate is increased to 50%. This could be good for a new character, so I'll definitely take a look at that when we get over there as well. Then we have the critical threat Stilva Hunt is on now. I believe from what we saw in the data mine, this looks like the Materia Guardian. But we're just going to have to wait and see. It does not look like they're giving us any information other than this big Stilva banner right there. All right, now we also have a new chapter release campaign on now. So obviously the new chapter in Final Fantasy VII OG, where Cid is basically going to join the team, is going to be right here. So this is definitely going to be something fun to play. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Let's see here. New chapter release login bonus. All right, log in to get a total of blue crystal times 1,500 and more. All right. Every time I see these stamina bottles, they're supposed to be energy drinks. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so new chapter release panel missions. Clear all panel missions to get a Cid 5-star weapon guaranteed draw ticket in Mithril ore times 60. All right. Then on top of that, for a limited time, Cid, Yuffie, and Matt's gained experience is increased by 200%, plus for players with character level 70 and under, gained experience is increased by 1,000%. All right, so that's great. Getting Cid up to level 70 is going to be a walk in the park. That's always great in my book, so happy to see that. Then we have a new chapter release pack. Special packs are on sale for a limited time. I feel like I'm not sure if Applebot understands the meaning of the word special. I'm hoping that they do when it comes to this shop, but it seems like normal packs are typically on sale for a limited time. So let's hope that they are indeed special and live up to that nice yellow vibrant color that they used for it right there. All right, then we also have the Battle Tower, Coliseum of the Chosen, new tower. So obviously this is going to be where we get a lot of tickets for Cid, right? And then also, what else? Oh, the memories. That's right. All right, so it is going to be the Peridot Tower. It does not say who Cid will be paired with, because I think they normally get 2 or 3 other options for characters that can run the tower with them. Then we have the new chapter, Final Fantasy VII, Chapter 8 right here. Everyone on the tiny Bronco as it makes its way through the water. So this one is honestly really cool. I'm looking forward to this chapter, I think, a lot. So super excited about that. All right, so let's see here. Wow, so basically they added everything that you guys need to know about Cid, which is all this stuff right here. He brings a lot. I mean, the update for the game today was 1.8 gigs, so I think we are definitely due for that, you know, that thing where we can reduce the size of the overall game, because I think someone said in one of my comments that Ever Crisis is like 17 gigabytes in size. Now moving up to 18.8, which is literally freaking insane. All right. And what is this? Furthermore, the content of the new chapter and encounter with the past section, True Identity episode, The Secret Date, will change depending on the choices made in the previous chapters. The storyline of the episode, The Secret Date, will change depending on the choices you made in the following episodes. Alright, so just like the original game, depending on the choices that you made previously will determine who goes on the date with you. Alright, so episodes that change the content, Chapter 1... Oh, wow, there's just a lot of things right here, guys. So hopefully you made all the right choices to get the character you want to go on the date with. I, for one, am definitely not going to go back through here and do all of these chapters just to make those choices. All right, but for those who do, we're fighting alongside you. All right, other than that, we have the addition of a new effect. All right, Stop, which was in the data mine, I think, over half a year ago, is finally coming to the game. Stop incapacitates the target and stops time during actions such as stream phase. Every time it is cast on the same target, the duration of the effect is reduced by 25%, with the minimum duration being 3 seconds. Alright? And we also have Enfeeble, right, which is what is coming on Cid's new weapon. Enfeeble increases the effect of stats debuff inflicted upon the enemy. The status debuff resistance of certain enemies has been updated to reflect the addition of Enfeeble and Stop effects. So essentially that just makes, you know, the effect of the debuff that has been cast on the enemy greater than what it would originally be, if I'm understanding this correctly. So maybe we're going to be able to get up to 4-tier debuffs on enemies through the use of Enfeeble, which would be pretty powerful, not gonna lie. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude the notices. Let's take a look at this shop really quick. Alright, this special shop, which at first glance looks very normal. Alright, so we have a 5-star Cid ticket here for 300 paid. Obviously Cid's a new character. Basically none of us have any of his weapons right now, so for 300 paid, I think that's a great call. Then we have this one right here. For 300 paid, you can get 15 Cid weapon guaranteed draw tickets. So for 1200 paid Visior, you could get up to 60 of these tickets, which could essentially mean nothing but 4 stars, but probably you'll get luckier than that. Not sure how I feel about this one. I wish they would have just added more of these 5-star guaranteeds. That would be great. It does look like none of these are non-paid options, which is a bit of a bummer. I feel like for free-to-play players, new character days can be probably a little bit of a bummer, which is kind of a letdown, I think. Now we have a new chapter release pack for Cid with a stock of 2 out of 2, guys. They actually gave us 2 of these, where you can get basically 200 of his weapon parts, 20 of these Cid weapon guaranteed draw tickets, and 1 5-star draw ticket as well. So obviously always a good buy right there. Then it looks like we have just the same old stuff right here. 20 premium tickets for 5K. We have the regular bundles right here, which I basically never look at. So yeah, it doesn't really look like there's much. The fact that Cid is double featured down here is always a good thing, but when they cut this from 200 down to 150 and started putting in the memories, especially because the memories are going to be pretty easy to get for him, especially at the beginning, I don't know, just a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping to see something, you know, special, but it is what it is. This is the shop, guys. This is what they've given us, so hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys are looking to buy that out, we can check that out. Now, definitely, guys, don't forget to do this, because I literally always forget to do this with new characters, is you got to go set their first limit break down here, I believe, right? So obviously boost jump is unlocked, and actually this is a good chance to actually take a look at his limit breaks right here. So boost jump deal 1000% physical magic non-elemental damage. Also, condition first use status ailment stop is applied. Range single enemy, duration 5 seconds, extension plus 3 seconds. All right, so stop coming in hot straight off on his first limit break. Then we also have dynamite. This will deal 250% physical magic non-elemental damage to all enemies. Also increase physical attack and magic attack to all allies mid, duration 10 seconds. So very fast charging speed. Cool that it's super fast and you can just basically keep pumping this out. But, you know, for certain fights, like in Guild War, you're never going to be, you know, the cancellation on limit breaks doesn't really work anymore because it takes from the overall time that's being used. But I'm sure this will have its uses right here. I think you guys have to actually bind one of these. I can't remember which one it is. All right, so here's his hyper jump. Oh, if you didn't want to bind dynamite, you could switch it over to hyper jump. So here is hyper jump right here. All right, it'll deal 1000% physical magic non-elemental damage. Also, status ailment stop is applied. Is this literally the exact same thing as boost jump? Wait a second. Wait a second. Deal 1000% physical magic non-elemental damage. Condition first use. Alright, so it only works once. Status ailment stop is applied. Hyper jump. Deals 1000% physical magic non-elemental damage. Also, status ailment stop is applied, but this is not first use. So obviously this is better than boost jump. A little bit lacking creativity here. It's essentially the exact same thing. They have the same charge speeds. I wonder if they end up doing the same overall damage. It's like a duplicate ability. I really feel like Applebot is a tiny bit lacking in the creativity of stuff lately, and I don't think that it would take too much creativity to bring more creativity to this kind of things. Hopefully this changes. Obviously I can't see it because it's not fully leveled up right now, but I think I'm actually just going to leave this on Dynamite right here for now. All right, now that being said, let's take a look at his new ultimate weapon, the one that can be bought with medals. All right, so let's go to Metal Exchange, Ultimate Weapons, and let's go find Cid right here. Where is he? Ultimate Spear. All right, so here is his Ultimate Spear. All right, this is called Ultimate Dragon Spirit. Charge 30 seconds, 1 cast time. Increases limit gauge 20% of a single ally. Also, physical attack is increased high of a single ally, duration 30 seconds. Okay, max potency high. A magic heal is cast, potency 5% of healing potency. Okay, so this is essentially a physical attack buffing weapon that also increases their limit break gauge by 20%. Interesting. Buff debuff extension super good. Magic defense also pretty decent. So kind of an interesting weapon. I feel like this would be better if it was physical and magic attack that it buffed, not just physical attack. But it is what it is. We'll have to see if I do end up getting that at some point in time, but it's not exactly screaming out to me, chase it, right? All right, now let's go take a look at the banner. All right, so where's the step up right here? All right, so here is the step up, guys. Let's see here. All right, step 1, 10 draws, 1,000 red crystals. Okay, we can just look at it right here. Okay, 1,000 paid crystals. Step 2, 5-star weapon appearance rate tripled. Okay, 2K paid, plus you get a bonus 10 Mako gems for the premium heart. All right. Step 3, 1 or more 4-star plus weapons guaranteed for free. Sweet. One or more 4-star plus weapons guaranteed. All right, but this is really what you're here for, the second step and the fourth step, right? So we have the 5-star weapon rate tripled on the second step, and the 5-star weapon appearance rate 50% on the fourth step. Now, I believe tripled goes up to like around 22%, so pretty solid at 50%, but still 6K paid. I don't know. It's a far cry for me. I doubt that I will go for this. I'll probably slowly build Cid over time. And I will make a video where I check out each of his weapons, guys, and really just like see what's going on with his kit. I'm hoping that they bring more. It does look like he's becoming like a debuffing focused character. You know, there's stop in his limit breaks, etc., etc. Now let's go take a look at his banner. All right. So I'm just going to quickly try on this costume that I feel is atrocious. Yeah, it's the weapon looks sick. I like the weapon. I think it looks really cool. The costume though, it's just not doing it for me, guys. I feel like I get it. It's an astronaut's costume. It's hard to make it look fashionable, but at the same time, it's not impossible. Like it could work. So, you know, that's just my opinion. I don't like it at all, but if you guys are into it, then I'm all for it. I support you guys in every way, shape, or form. All right, let's take a look at the actual banner itself. 5-star guarantee, 5-star or higher guaranteed on step 4. Then you get a copy of the weapon, the costume right here, which I think is the true gem of this banner on stamp 12. All right, and then you get 3 copies of it back here. All right, I'm just gonna take a quick look. Let's go to the actual costume itself and look at the buff debuff extension. 5 points. All right, so all allies buff debuff duration 20%. Super solid right there. Cosmic protection, physical and magic defense 20%, physical and magic attack 10%. So just a really, really, really good all-around costume. And with how many limited banners there have been recently, the state of the game, guys, I feel like all-around costumes are always the best bet rather than getting something niche because it has more viability for being used. So this definitely has it. This would be something that I would love to have. I wish the costume looked better. It's such a bummer that it's a limit break draw, and I feel like I would skin him with his free skin over this, right? And then let's take a look at the weapon right here, all right? So I'm just going to go straight to OB10. Also, status ailment Enfeeble is applied. Duration 70 seconds at OB10. OB6, 50 seconds, all right? It is an Ice Imperil. The Imperil is mid, max potency mid at OB1. Now, the question is how exactly does this Enfeeble work? I'm sure that my good friend J.Ro will be putting out a video where he's testing all of this stuff. If you guys haven't seen his videos where he tests all this stuff, all the new weapons are always amazing. Definitely check out his channel, J.Ro Super Saiyan 2. So I'm really curious to see that for myself. The Ice Imperil not being high until OB6, I mean, obviously the Enfeeble is there, but a little bit of a bummer for me. Also, the support abilities are basically the same as they always are. Yeah, so nothing crazy here, guys. Nothing shouting to me that's like, oh, this is so cool. Especially with the fact that, like, and I'm just going to make a quick mention of this, guys, that the Final Fantasy VII remake that is coming to PC, right, and basically Steam, I believe, is going to release on January 23rd. That is next week on Wednesday. So Cloud was featured in the data mine for the end of January. Cloud is also on the icon of the Game Change update. So I would say that there is a pretty high chance that we get a remake / rebirth crossover reawakened banner next week on Wednesday in commemoration of the game coming to PC. Now, would that mean that we're getting 2 limit break banners in a row? Basically 3 in a month, right? Because the Tifa Aerith banner was on the 31st of December, but essentially to me that's a January banner. So if there's 3 in the month to start it off, I mean, it's a lot to think about, guys, but just keep that in mind for everyone, because you know, yeah, it's a lot going on. But anyways, guys, that's going to basically conclude the patch updates for Cid. Super excited for him. Not quite what I expected, but for all you guys that are pulling out there, I wish you guys the best of luck. If you guys are on the fence like me, who is currently on the fence and will probably wait a week, I will be putting out a to pull or not to pull video, a banner review tomorrow. So I'm going to cover, you know, as much of his banner that I can. And then I'll also be doing a video where I look at all of the new weapons that dropped into the game. So I hope you guys enjoy that. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.